What's good? Welcome back to Upcycle Vlogs. Today I'm upcycling these double knee carpenter pants by Lariat. These aren't old or thrifted or anything. I bought these at the end of winter and it's just been way too hot to wear them. I think I've worn them once. I'm gonna cut these down and make these into a wearable pair of shorts. I hardly ever come across shorts that I genuinely like. So it'd be nice to have a pair in my rotation that I've made where I can control the length and I can alter the width if I want to. I've also got this scarf material. This is a really beautiful pattern. I would genuinely wear this if ever the opportunity. I mean, there's never an opportunity in Queensland. So instead I'll combine the two and then I can get the best of both worlds. The idea that I have in mind, these will either be a major hit or a big miss. If for some reason it doesn't work, then at least I'll have double knee shorts. Also found this long sleeve at the thrift last week. How sick is this print? Fairly decent quality. Some of the images are kind of stretched out. I'm sure you'll see this in a future video when I decide on what I want to do with it. What I've planned to do really isn't that big of a job. I always think that, but I know for sure, for certain this time, it's not going to take me that long. I'm going to try and knock these out over the next 2 hours. Just really want to finish it all today so I'm not lingering on one project again. Pretty good material. I'm pretty sure it's made out of maybe duck canvas, or at least that's what it looks like. I'm gonna keep that, set that aside for something else. I want to layer this through the double knee area. So I'm gonna cut out similar shapes of this area, the double knee patch part thing. I don't know what to, man, chalk does not work on this material very well at all. It's not even leaving a mark. I need something else. Quite a thin material. By the time I hit it with a Dremel, any loose threads from this will definitely catch on and pull and rip. So what I might do is just double layer it. The idea is fairly simple. I just want to push them through, kind of like making it a hot pocket. Obviously I cut them to the size of the panel, but they need to be slightly smaller so they can fit inside. That should be pretty secure in there. Nothing's fallen out. This is where it all starts piecing together. So obviously you can't see any of the scarf fabric right now. I want that to shine through a little bit, but I also want it to stay in place where it is. What I'd really like to do is do like a diamond sort of quilting pattern over the top. This will keep that scarf material in place, at the same time bring to life an interesting, unique design on these double knees. I don't really know the best way to do this. I've got this compass set. I'm gonna try and create the pattern using this triangle here, the inside one. I need to place it strategically where these stitches will miss the hardware. I've changed my mind. I don't want them that small. If I skip one of the lines and just like sort of double the size of each of the diamonds, this will work out perfectly. I think I like where I'm going with this. Now I want it to be exactly the same on the other leg. I can't believe that works so well. It'll go up into the corner, same with that one. That is actually perfect. Now I just need to sew these stitches in place. Stitches are in place and the diamond is looking quilted. I didn't take them apart because the side seams and even the inner seam are triple stitched. If I had a 3-thread overlocker, I'd be able to do that and it would look a lot cleaner. But I'm not doing that with this home sewing machine. It just doesn't look the best. So that's cool. For now, I'll just iron these out, hem the bottoms, and we can move on to finishing them. The hem was a little painful to sew, just giving them an iron, and then I hammered them down because it's so thick. I shouldn't have doubled up on the material underneath. But that's it so far. It just looks like a quilted pair of shorts. They look pretty nice as is, to be honest. I'd wear these. I put the material under there for a reason though, so now's where the magic happens. Now we're gonna get a pop of color. I think we're about to finish and film a whole video in one day. I wasn't even gonna film a video today, but I didn't know what else to do. It's only 4 o'clock and this guy is screaming for attention. Look at this. For some reason he does this and he just like loves to lick my head. If you have a cat and you felt cat tongues when they lick, it's like wet, warm sandpaper. I have to give him some attention, otherwise he's just gonna walk around scratching stuff and screaming. He loves the attention. Look at him. Let's finish this off, see if it's a hit. Man, I think I've done it again. Managed to like cut out a few holes and then sort of distress the edges so it looks a bit more natural. So you can see the pattern underneath. Overall, I think that just makes like a nice colored accent to an otherwise plain black pair of jeans or jorts, because they're jorts now. Obviously, I didn't want to go too crazy on this pair. That pair from the last video, they're insane. It's not something you can wear every day. These, you kind of could wear these twice or thrice a week. Sorry, I don't know why I said thrice. Someone was talking to me yesterday and then they said thrice. I actually just want to touch this up. Man, it's all in my nose now. I just touched up the back pockets just slightly. Same with the carpenter hook. I actually don't know what that's called. That's it. That's the whole process. It's been a few days since I've done that. Started on a new piece using that same scarf material. How nice does that look? The color combinations, incredible. But I've had to stop and come back to these jorts. I don't quite feel finished yet after leaving them for a few days. I was happy with these when I first finished them. I feel like there's so much more that I can do and there's a few improvements I can make, which means they're not finished. Originally, I was going for something a little bit more subtle, but now I'm feeling like I've wasted the potential of this patterned material that I've layered through. I think I mentioned I wish I didn't double layer the fabric, but I don't think that's the problem. Folding it for the hem has just made it too thick, so I'm gonna start with undoing those. I'm gonna cut the scarf fabric up until the first fold. This way when I hem them again, it's not going to be nearly as close to how thick it was. Obviously doing that doesn't make too much of a difference. I definitely think it's better, but to you it just looks the same. I want to give more justice to the scarf that was sacrificed to make this piece. The rest of the pants are quite plain on the back and the front, so I want to add some minor distressing throughout the whole thing and just really tie it all together. I'm going to start with cutting out a few more areas to see that pattern underneath. Definitely looking better with more of that red pattern showing. I'll touch this up with the Dremel and think about what else I can do here. Definitely better, but we're not done yet. We're on the right track though, and definitely looks far more intricate than where I left them last. There needs to be distressing both here and here underneath the pockets on the front, and there definitely needs to be some on the back. Maybe here underneath the pocket, next to this pocket. Same with the front, maybe like a little bit. We'll add some there. That's what it looks like, some sort of scattered out around the pants now. Down the bottom I went the heaviest, so many holes there. So I have that extra material that we cut off, and thankfully I've got a fair bit of scarf left over. Even though we just made a bunch of holes throughout the pants, I'm going to use the excess material we have to patch them up, layered with the scarf. Cut out some squares, make some patches, and sew them on like that. pinned these on at the very edge of the patches so I could sort of sew them on in their respective shapes. I don't think that will look all that great because then there'll be like random square stitches everywhere. And I think I might need to get up nice and close and stitch right up around the distressing, which will take some time, but I think it will give me the best final look. I've also layered these tassels through the hole on the left side, and I don't know if I'm f***ing with that yet. Anyway, I'm gonna sew this up now. Are these not the best jorts you've ever seen? I mean, come on. So glad I came back and decided to keep going on this. Truly felt like I had done enough when I finished them initially. But looking at this now, I mean, it's obvious I was not finished. And you can really make sense of the pattern underneath. You can definitely see it a lot more than what was showing originally. Sewed those patches on. I feel like I did a pretty decent job. And I mean, the double knees, man. Look at that. It didn't really need these tassels to add any sort of flavor. Glad I threw them in there because I really wanted to give that scarf the justice it deserved. I mean, being a beautiful print, beautiful pattern, definitely needed sort of all aspects included. Thought they might have been a little too long, but I kind of like it now. I'm vibing it. My favorite parts have to be all the areas that didn't fully break through the fabric and it's just sort of left the threads intact. I'm pretty happy with my first go at a pair of jorts. Would love to hear some thoughts. Would you wear these yourself? Do you think I should have stopped after the first distressing? Maybe you prefer the long pants before the destructive hand of Christoph. Shout out to Lariat. Thank you for sacrificing this wonderful pair for my entertainment, our entertainment. It's us now, you and me. Shout out everyone who gave me so much love on the last video with these pants. It took a long time to make and I'm receiving nothing but love. So a big shout out to all new subs and everyone leaving a comment. I really appreciate that and I love to see your thoughts. If you're curious about this little teaser piece that I threw in the middle of the video, that you'll have to subscribe, you'll have to come back again. Pretty keen to finish this piece off and show you what else I'm working on. Thanks for hanging out, see ya.